All know, don't we, that Meghan Markle does not like to be told off, simply does not like to be told what to do. We've seen it time and time again. If you remember when she first joined the British monarchy, she really kind of shocked everybody by breaking royal protocol, by doing this. That's right, writing on bananas. Do you remember that one? I mean, you know, you can imagine, can't you, the people back at the palace saying, she's done what? And it was a really thorny, visit anyway, because obviously these particular individuals didn't need a banana with a message on. What they needed was cold, hard cash, some direction, and a little bit of positivity. But of course, that's Meghan, feels that she wants to get a message out there. And apparently people said that, oh, these bananas, now she's written on them, could be worth a lot of money. It went the same way, really, as the 40 times 40. Nobody cared. But what's interesting now is that Meghan herself really could have upturned the opportunity, in fact, to turn her whole business around. And as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? It's still raining here in London town, but we battle on, of course. As I say, it's the very height of summer now over here. We expect it, but apparently June over here in the United Kingdom has been the hottest on record. Now, I don't buy into all these sensational things, simply because when you think about it, that can be for like an hour or a nanosecond, and suddenly it's registered as the hottest on record. Do you know what I'm saying? I just like to think of it as summer, and of course, we've all got to look out for ourselves, protect each other, get some cream on, don't sit out. It's like the Noel Coward song, isn't it? Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Don't do that. Be clever, be wise. Now, back as ever to your royal breaking story of the day. As we know, Meghan Markle, as I said, does not like to be told off. Not her forte at all. Likes to be really leading from the front, as we've seen with all those fake paparazzi shots, stories, NYC car chases, that sort of stuff. But it is interesting to note that now her new management team, who are apparently, and as ever we have to say allegedly, a lot harder on her. The previous PR people probably were more enamoured at signing a minor royal as she was at the time. Sunshine Sachs, they didn't do particularly well for her with all the negative PR, did they? I'm sure they tried their very best in the face of adversity. But you see, her new team have actually chastised her for failing to actually connect with our brand new king, His Majesty the King, King Charles III. And in fact, I've got this from a very good source, that Meghan was very much ushered into the idea of, look, you really should go over and attend the coronation. And it was purely for publicity, purely for marketing. Now, as we know, she didn't want to support her husband, the mentally challenged at times, Prince Harry. No, she didn't want to do that, so she left him alone for 28 hours to make that mad dash. But as one source pointed out, who's now, shall we say, just been recently let go from the inner circle of that management team, she didn't really see the value of perhaps standing next to the brand new King and Queen of England, and more importantly, perhaps introducing their children, Prince Archie and Prince Lily, who without the king wouldn't have those titles, on the world stage, whether you were on the balcony or not. Apparently, according to that good source, Meghan felt without that worldwide apology, perhaps in print, on the royal website, or better still, in an interview form, then she felt that was simply no dice. Hence the reason, even very tentative talking by the royal known as Prince Harry, sometimes known as Hazza, could not persuade Meghan to attend. But now will this be at her own peril? Because as those entertainment bosses know, if you want to get next to someone, make sure you get next to the biggest thing in the world. And quite frankly, all eyes, cameras, media were only on one thing on that day in May. And Meghan chose not to capitalise on it. As ever, it's a developing story. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.